In PR, as in most things, timing is everything, which is why PR people love embargoes. It gives them the opportunity to set up stories in advance, provide journalists and media outlets with all the footage, photo opportunities and interviews they need, all timed to roll out on a particular day. One of the interesting questions is, why do media agree to such embargoes? And the real answer to that is that in many cases they don't. But in reality, embargoes normally work pretty well. It means that all of the key journalists are all working from the same starting line, and it's giving media outlets and the journalists themselves an opportunity to prepare their stories and pull all their material together well in advance. But how might you react if you know that a major news outlet is already planning a story on your issue or on your product? How might that affect the rollout of the rest of your campaign? Let's look at what the Seven Network had planned for a story around a major new anti-tumour compound called EBC46 on their flagship program Sunday night.
For 130 million years, the rainforests of North Queensland have survived predators and disease. Now, the natural chemicals that have protected them are the subject of intense scientific research. And if two Australian scientists are correct, one of those chemicals could have the power to destroy cancer cells. As you're about to see, in trials on dogs and cats, aggressive tumours are just vanishing.
So Seven had been given exclusive access and an agreement was in place for their story to go to air on the Sunday night. But clearly the heat will have gone out of that story by Monday morning. So in making decisions about how to roll out the remainder of the news story, it appeared to us that the most sensible embargo was 5 p.m. on the same Sunday evening.
A Queensland rainforest may hold the key to curing cancer. Scientists have discovered a plant compound that's showing promise in destroying inoperable tumours.
And then perhaps let it roll out into the newspapers and into the morning TV the very next day.
Late last year, we sent our Simon Reeve to North Queensland to find out about a rainforest drug which might be able to cure cancer.
Aussie scientists have made a major breakthrough in the treatment of cancer with a new drug that could destroy inoperable tumours.
The aim is for all of the media networks to come out the other side feeling good about their opportunity with the story. You've got to show the network that you've got the embargo agreement with that you've helped protect that embargo, but you've got to show the other networks that you've been fair to them in giving them access to talent and other materials. Let's look at a different issue. Let's imagine the aim is to showcase a particular day on which a health issue is celebrated. If it's important to you to be in the newspaper on that day, then you clearly need to set up your event or your stunt the day prior. If the main focus is about broadcast media, then you can afford to do that stunt or that event on the day itself. A more typical strategy, and one that we've recently employed with our good friends at Guide Dogs New South Wales ACT, is to set up the major event on the day, but to provide some photo opportunities and some interview opportunities in the lead up to for those media that need a bit of notice. For something like Australian Father of the Year, the announcement is very strictly embargoed until the morning on which the media are told.
He was born in communist China and defected to study ballet in the US, where he was famously detained by the Chinese consulate in Houston, resulting in a standoff with FBI agents. He went on to marry an Australian woman, moved here in 1995, and today he's been named Australian Father of the Year.
Lee Sean Singh joins me now with his wife Mary and daughters Sophie and Bridie. Great to see you all. Congratulations. What a wonderful morning for the whole family, Lee.
Thank you, Anne.
So in some ways, focusing on the media who can get organised at short notice and prepare themselves without having to know too much about what the content of the actual story is, then becomes part of the media strategy. And with Australian Father of the Year, it's very much about those live crosses to the morning TV networks to try and maximise those national branded opportunities. Exclusives and embargoes can be an absolutely crucial part of your media relations strategy, and which way you go is normally determined by what kind of initiative you're announcing and what kind of media targets are most important to you. So if you want to find out a bit more about any of the projects we've talked about in this blog, go to palin.com.au, or if you want to email me directly, my email is down the bottom of the screen.